I think I said it from the jump. Nikola Jokic is the top 5 center of all time officially. It's Kareem, it's Shaq, it's Will, it's Hakeem, and then I gotta put the Joker there. I understand Bill Russell, and I love Bill Russell. So let me make this very, very clear. Bill Russell means more to us than just basketball. He's a pillar of the game. He's a legend. So when I was picking my top 5, I'm speaking from a standpoint of like skill set, ability, stats. When you put all that together, I just think if we're taking away all of our bias, the Joker is a better player than him. Did Bill Russell have a bigger impact on the game? Certainly, of course. But when we talk about this on the court, who was a better player? It's the Joker. I mean, the guy led the entire finals in points, rebounds, and assists. The guy's 7 foot, 300 pounds, passing the ball like he's magic. He's unstoppable when it comes to scoring. He's shooting the 3 like he's Luka, coming to the paint with the jump hook with the right or left like he's Shaq. Even though he's slower and big, he actually has pretty good footwork. Excuse me. I mean, like the guy, I just don't. It's undeniable now, JB. I know. I mean, you argued a few episodes ago. You didn't want to give the Joker, his flowers too soon, which I understood. But now he's officially an NBA champion. He's a Finals MVP, 2-time NBA regular season MVP. Came in second place MVP. Like the guy, and he's 28 years old. He's 28, so this team will be in position to do it again next year. I got to give the Nuggets their flowers. None of us really believed in them unless you lived in Denver, unless you were Liv Mood. Shout out to Liv. None of us really believed in the Nuggets coming into the playoff. We all said we got to see it. Well, guess what, y'all? We just saw it, and the Nuggets are your champions. Jokic is top 5, and I don't want to hear no more excuses, JB, or from the chat. It is what it is.
He's not top 5, and he's not. I don't even know if he's top 20 yet in the NBA. People are talking about he's top 15. Someone on ESPN says he's top 10. We're not talking centers. We're just talking all-time players. There's no way that I'm putting him in my top 20 yet. There's no way I could put him in my top 20 just yet. Not yet. I mean, I tried to break it down. I was looking at these players, and I'm like, I can't put him above him. I can't put him above him. Like, let me ask you this. Do you already put him above Giannis in this generation? I can't. So that's my number. And Giannis is probably he's probably number 20 for me maybe right now.
Right.
So Joker don't fit. Not yet. So, and then I think about centers. I guarantee you there's 5 centers that are in my top 20 that Joker's not. So I can't put Joker in top 5 if he's not in top 20. And he can't be in there over Shaq, Hakeem. He can't be in there over Kareem. He can't be in there over Ewing. He can't be in there over Bill Russell. He can't be in there over Moses Malone. He can't be in there over those guys. Not yet, dog. Let's see if he wins another one. I don't think Denver can repeat. I think the role players are pretty average besides Murray. Of course, Murray is Murray and Joker, maybe the top 2 or 3 1-2 punch in the NBA, no doubt. They just made their run. They won a title, so they bump up, in my opinion. We got to hang out with Jason Tatum the other day up here, and I was asking him about that Joker shit while we were talking, and he was like, "Man, he's actually a level-headed kid, man." He was like, "JB, in this current landscape of basketball, Joker has broke the code. He figures out how to use his skill set in this day and age, which means you can't really body him no more. You can't defend him and deny the ball. You can't guard him up top. He's too tall. He'll throw over the top. And then he can shoot good enough, so it pulls your bigs. And then he finds the right guy. He makes the right basketball play. Then, if he does go inside, the centers there is no more centers like there used to be. So like Boston don't have a real true center to defend him down low. Miami really didn't have a bodied center to defend him down low. Who really is the guy? So he can do both things and hang around, and that's why he thinks he's dominating the league right now, because he's figured out that code. But I can't put him in that top 20 yet. I can't put him in the top 5 centers yet. No way.
I'm cool with you saying that, but don't listen. You don't put Patrick Ewing in front of him. Like when you
Why?
say stuff like that,
Why
it's just disrespectful. Like
Why
he's already
not?
accomplished more than Patrick Ewing right now.
It's disrespectful to put Joker ahead of Ewing. What do you mean?
No, it's not. Like he's accomplished more than Patrick Ewing already at 28.
He has not.
Patrick Ewing ain't got no championships. He ain't no two-time MVP. He ain't no NBA Finals MVP. He don't have the offensive bag that Jokic has. A fact. You could argue that he's a better defender, but Jokic is still a big body where it's not like he's a bad defender. It's just that he's not amazing at it. So
you're putting over Moses Malone already? No way.
Listen, to me, he's accomplished more than Moses.
No.
He's accomplished more than Moses.
Oh, my God.
It's a fact. Like,
how many years has Joker been in the league? See, we're going back to this anointing thing. We keep anointing these motherfuckers.
Sometimes you don't have to wait, though. Like
7 years. He's been in the league 7 years.
Listen, at the end of the day, 7 years. I think it's longer. I think it's like 9. He got drafted in 2014.
2014. So it's
been like 9. I'm almost 10 years.
Right,
so I mean,
yeah, he's been with Murray for 7 years. All right, so
I mean, he's a 2-time MVP. Most of us agree he probably should have won a third one this year, but even though he didn't, cool, came in second place, whatever. Then he got an NBA Finals MVP. I mean, you look at his stats. He damn near averages a triple-double. It's not like a Westbrook triple-double. It's an actual, like, it's a triple-double that leads to wins. Like I don't understand. Like, so seriously, JB.
This is what we're doing. We're about. You guys all are so stuck on what you have done for me lately. If I'm just telling you, next year Joker will have a shitty year, and you guys will forget all about him. You guys have literally forgotten Moses Malone, Patrick Ewing, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain. You've forgotten Keem Olajuwon, all these greats. Alonzo Mourning. There's so many. You guys have forgotten them because they're not in your face. And if we look at Joker's first few years in the league, we're acting like he had fucking Patrick Ewing numbers. He didn't. So he has been good lately, Smitty, and that's why everybody's so infatuated with Joker, because he's great right now. But you can't put him and compare him to Moses Malone's career and say he's been better. No fucking way. You must have not never seen Moses Malone, dog.
Listen, I'm not disrespecting Moses Malone. All I'm saying, first of all, before I lose sight, you said his early years he wasn't hitting. His first year, he was coming off the bench, just like Kobe Bean Bryant was coming off the bench. Sometimes it depends on where you get drafted, who the coach is, and your situation. If he was handed the keys like LeBron was, or like a lot of these young guys were off the rip, then I guarantee his stats would have looked a lot different. Number one, once Joker was actually a starter for the team, he's been putting up numbers. Like I don't. You're talking about what has he done for me lately? I mean, the man has been balling. I'm looking at numbers right now. He's getting better every single year. His first year as a starter, he averaged 17 points, 10 boards. Then he goes to 18, damn near 11, 20 and 10, 19 and 10, 27 and almost 11, 28 and 14, 25. Like, and I'm not even talking about the assists. I'm just giving you the points and rebounds. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't understand. 2-time MVP. Again, I understand he's still playing. So maybe, okay, if your argument is let's just wait till he's done. Okay, cool. That's cool. If that's the rule, we will never rank any players until they're done playing. So that's 20 years, 15, whenever they're done playing, we'll do it.
It's not the rule. Let's compare first 9 years in the league. I mean, that's what you can do if you want to fairly compare, and you're going to put him above guys that are like Moses Malone. Then you compare the first 9 years of Moses Malone and Joker. That's what you do. That's what you do. Or you compare the first 9 years of Akeem and Joker. Or Kareem and Joker. Like, that's fair. That's what you do. We don't have to dismiss. We don't got to wait till he's done.
Okay. I respect that. Like, and if we do that, the Joker's top 5. Like, he's top 5.
He's not top 5 yet. No, he's not. He's not.
Like, we can literally, like, this is Googleable, JB. This is Googleable. Like, we can literally look up Patrick Ewing's first 8-9 years. We can look up Moses Malone's first 8-9 years and look and see have they accomplished overall more than. And again, maybe it depends on how we rank our player, because to me, it's everything. It's your stats. It's winning. It's MVPs. It's when you put everything into it.
I don't even remember Joker before the bubble. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
That's because the market he's in, JB. That's not his fault.
No, I watched him play. I'm just saying he was fat. He was out of shape. The bubble hit. He got a little bit. He got serious on a regimen. At least he lost some weight. You can see it clearly in his face and his body. He got more serious. He got better every single year. Therefore, after I don't know if I'm gonna compare him to the first 9 years and put him against any of those top 5, 6, 7 guys we talked about. I don't think I could put him just in there yet. Like if I can't have him in my top 20, then there's just no. He does not fit the top 5 center thing. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. You put him above Shaq?
No, I'm not. I gave you my list. So,
I know. I'm just saying. I've already given you like 7 centers though that are better.
Listen, if your five is Kareem, Shaq, Hakeem, Bill Russell, and Will, I'm fine with that. Like I'm not mad at that. But when you start throwing out Patrick Ewing and Moses Malone, they are great. They're Hall of Famers. I'm not dissing them. They're just not better than Jokic. Like it's okay. Like two things can be true. You can still be great and not be better than another great. Like you know what I'm saying. Like saying that I have LeBron as number 3 on my all-time list isn't a diss in my opinion. I'm saying he's number 3. I just don't think he's better than Kobe and Jordan. That's my list. That's still showing them love. Same thing with the Joker. If I have him above one of these other great centers, they're still great. They're still amazing. It's not taking away anything they did during their career, none of their accomplishments. I pay homage to all of them, but you also have to just look at the facts, look at the stats, look at the skill set, the ability. There's not a big man that I've seen that has the overall game that Nikola Jokic has when it comes to the passing, the rebounding, and scoring. Jokic can impact the game just from an assist standpoint the same way he can impact it from a scoring standpoint. Like there's no – it's funny you mentioned that you talked to Tatum because if you really summarize everything he told you, he said in today's game, you literally cannot stop him. There's nothing you can do. Like whatever situation you do. And this is the game that he plays in.
I know, but you can't just dismiss 100 years of NBA history and say just because what today's game has allowed this man to do and bump him above 7 other centers. No, it don't work that way.
But I can say the same thing for any era. So I can make the argument, okay, Patrick Ewing, well, in his game in the 90s, he was able to do this, but when Bill Russell played, like you could always say in today's game, unless you're starting from the very beginning that the NBA started. After that point, there's always changes in era. Yeah, the Jordan rules, like there was always changes, Jay. You know that. The game was not as physical in the 90s was in the 80s.
No, what Tatum said, though, makes sense. He was actually defending the old era in this regard. You can't compare the eras when it comes to this center shit because there's no centers right now. The NBA has never not had big centers in the NBA, dog. Like, this is the era that he's saying that for because of Joker's dominance, because there's no center. Who's a true center in the NBA right now besides Joker?
Embiid.
Who's
the MVP?
Embiid. That's who. What else? I'm just saying. Just keep giving me centers. You got Embiid, who's a true center. AD. Nah, I don't know if he's a true center.
I mean, he might play soft, but I mean, he's 7 foot.
All right, so AD. Let's put AD in there. You putting Giannis in there as a center?
Nah, I'm not putting Giannis as a center. I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, Giannis is bigger than AD.
Yeah, but I mean, Magic was 6'8", but Magic ain't a center. He might have played center one time.
I get it, but I'm just saying that's where you're trying to literally reach out and find me big men.
DeAndre Ayton.
So you're trying to reach out and find big men in the league right now. You're struggling trying to find me some big men right now in the NBA. That is why you can't compare this to particular topic because there's no centers. There's truly no centers no more.
I hear you. So let me ask you this then, JB. I feel you on that. The game has changed. It's a guard-driven league. So because of that, is it regardless of what Jokic does? So let's say he plays for 10 more years, wins at least one more ring, whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. Regardless of what he does, he's going to be punished because of the era that he's played in because of his birth certificate?
No, we're not saying that. But we're also saying you can't just bump him ahead of all these centers that have gone through the true centering of the NBA's history and just put this dude in there year 9 when really you could argue 3 of those 9 years were really, really average and mediocre. And you can't even you can't compare those his first 3 years to a Moses Malone, to a Kareem, to a Shaq, to any of these type of cats. So there's no way I can bump him. This is my opinion. Can't bump him above those guys in this regard. It's all subjective because we could argue our opinions all day long about fucking who should be in there and what. But I just think it'd be a lot different on him. Even if I would argue right now, if you watch the bubble when the Lakers dominated the Denver Nuggets, and they threw
Dwight.
an old Dwight at him, and they threw an old fucking what's his name? What's my man's name? Man, I love the motherfucker. He's horrible, but he was active, athletic. Remember the other center? It
wasn't JaVale McGee.
Yeah, JaVale McGee. So you threw two big bodies on him that were athletic, and they gave Joker problems that series. If you look at it, like Joker got his, of course, he's that good. But imagine a young athletic Dwight Howard in Orlando, like that might be a fucking problem for Joker. But nobody's even brought up Dwight Howard. So like I'm just saying, there's some guys that we haven't even talked about. The big man has changed, and I'm just being honest. The big man's changed. The game's kind of changed. And I don't know, man. I don't know if this is my opinion. I just don't know how I don't know, in my opinion, where he sits. I'm not so quick to put him there yet. But hey, win another ring, do another MVP type of season. It's going to be hard to keep him out of it. I'll tell you that. It's going to be hard to keep him out of it because we are in such a fucking anointing space. I mean, because to be honest, all you're going to see is Joker. Imagine if Joker was in LA or New York. Like,
that'd be crazy.
He's going to be on everybody's fucking billboard everywhere, but he's not. He's in Denver. So I don't know. We'll see. Only time can tell on this deal. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with it.